all you cool people? Cam Johnson in the building, and I want to welcome y'all to our first podcast, Force Take. And I want to introduce my hype people right here. Let's go. Shout your names out one time.
Coming from an undisclosed location in Northeast Ohio, James T. Wickler.
Your favorite non-professional NFL analyst, Scaps.
I'm also here, boss.
And the pre-context, we have all known each other for 10 plus years. We all graduated from Bowling Green State University, and we kept it tight since. We've always talked crap about football. Let's get in front of a camera and do this thing. So what better than to do this thing than to recap the game that we just beat the Ravens at? Wicker, you said you had something all ready for us. What you cooking, baby?
Unfortunately, we all are Cleveland Browns fans, which means we all suffered through a miserable football game this evening. It was a defensive battle where the Cleveland Browns defense really showed that the defensive coordinator should not be fired.
Take a drink every time Wicker says defense.
Which is pretty disappointing for me. I left halfway through the game to walk my son, so everybody else.
Your son can walk. He's only a couple months.
Yeah, no, honestly, the game today was not great. It was very defensive. Saw a lot of miscues, but a lot of improvement from Deshaun Watson. I know everyone's favorite topic, but
Everyone's.
I don't know. A win is a win, even if it's ugly.
Your boss, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Deshaun Watson improved a lot. Like, I'd be interested in what you guys thought, too, because obviously I'm not the biggest Deshaun Watson fan in the world. And I was worried about him playing the cold, and I think I mentioned this to you guys, too, where I don't think he really kind of, like, quelled all my fears for him playing in the cold. I think he had some good throws and some good plays, but he keeps wanting to run, which, after seeing what happened to Kyler Murray, makes me very nervous. So, yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about how Deshaun played?
I mean, if I can chime in, the run game has a shelf life, right? You run as long as you can go for. But honestly, with the throw plays, he was connecting with all of his receivers. He got everybody going. So, I mean, he was doing, hate him, love him. He was doing what he needed to this game. And I think that's ultimately why they came up with the win was the offense struck home. Like, the Ravens could only do so much about it. I mean, even if their defense was looking good. I mean, we were playing tit-for-tat field goals all game until, like, we ended up where we did. So, not bad on offense. I'd give him about a B+ for Deshaun Watson today.
What about the defensive side of the ball? I mean, we were playing behind, a terrible Joe Woods coached team here.
We'll
but
get to that later. Well, what do you think
That's a
about Deshaun,
5-minute
though?
segment.
What do you think about Deshaun? How did Deshaun play?
I think when you don't have sex for a very long time, you come very early, and that was what Deshaun was doing. A lot of his throws were early
You would
and
know that.
errant. So it seems like he's still getting back into the rhythm with his receivers and the offense, but as you said, his best game as a Brown by far.
Grade A journalism, people. When you don't have sex for a long time, you come very early.
Write that down.
Penetration.
Put that in. Scaps, what do you think?
Yeah.
honestly, I think he looked crisp.
Crisp.
I think there were a lot of short yardage throws, so I'm curious to see how the deep game develops. If you're coming a little too early, you don't get in deep. So here we are. Patience is going to be a virtue for this Browns team. I think honestly the Browns front office chalked up this year, and I think they're going to use these next several games as just seeing what they can get from Deshaun Watson. Just overall, where can they grow to? So.
Also, who the fuck is number 17? We were kind of talking about...
We talking about Jalen Baldwin?
The
new comeback guy?
How's Cam know? All right.
Man.
I looked him up on the ESPN stat sheet.
Goes to
What can I
Braylon
say?
Edwards. He was making a couple plays out there,
Some
He
critical
showed up.
catches
Good for
that
him,
needed to
man.
happen for that drive,
Good for
too. Like, literally. He might get paid. Who knows?
We always...
3 catches might get paid.
We always like seeing the young guys show out. So Jalen Baldwin, holla at your boys, subscribe. But yeah, man, Browns fans, you're gonna think you're gonna make playoffs now. Just pump the brakes, baby, because it's still at 1%, and Dolphins might lose this game that we're watching right now. But yeah, Browns fucked, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next year, but it's over.
Yeah, I want to back it up a beat to the young guys stepping up when they need to for the team. Yeah, we do got to prep for the people whose contracts are about to run dry. Like Kareem Hunt, writing's on the wall. Man's is going to be traded somewhere. Do you guys have any landing locations if he were to do that?
No, that's a good point. Well, Scaps, I guess I'll let you take that one because you were saying like some spots for Kareem earlier. I
Yeah.
know that.
I think he's going to the Bills. It makes perfect sense. He is young enough to kind of grow with Allen for a minute. He's much better than Devin Singletary
That's
right
scary
now.
as fuck, man.
And with the not only just his rushing ability, but his ability to catch out of the backfield, man, they could be dangerous and dirty real fast.
Kareem's a quality player.
Has been since the Chiefs, and before that probably.
Yeah. It's interesting to see Kareem's career over the years and kind of how he ended up with the Browns, of course. But, I mean, when he ended up with the Browns, him and Nick Chubb just being on the same team, it was like stars in every Browns fan's eyes, I swear.
Two-way threat, seriously.
Well, I mean, we don't want to like bring it doom and gloom, because we are Browns
I do.
fans.
I like doom and gloom.
Okay,
Have
that's
you
a
seen
lot.
the
We want to
weather?
bring it
A little bit of
But
sadness.
we want to be the only realistic Browns podcast in town where it's going to get worse next year. We're going to lose Jadeveon Clowney. We're going to lose Greedy Williams, which hate on him all you want, but he's a good rotational piece.
Agreed.
Might lose John Johnson. We're probably going to lose Kareem
Had the
Hunt.
game of his life this game.
Yeah, right.
Of
So
his
he's like
life.
tough shit, right?
Yeah.
But, we're going to be thinner in a lot of spots because Deshaun's going to be making a lot of money. So, can we draft guys to fill in? We all think Martin Emerson's a pretty good player.
Emerson has definitely stepped up.
I think he played
Big
pretty
ups
well
to that
today.
guy.
Emerson's been great.
But I haven't seen enough out of my guy JOK. I haven't seen anything out of Jordan Elliott other than breathing air.
Taki looked good this year.
He
from
did.
Spirits.
Come back after an ACL though. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's
what,
really good.
it's
Mad decent.
there's a lot of question marks. There
Right.
definitely are,
Good news is we got some time to watch that play out.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, as a Browns organization, we've played with question marks through and through, and then we hit some gold years, right? So, I mean, we
One.
might go minus some people, but then, yeah, one.
One.
Second round of playoffs a couple years ago.
One goal.
But yeah, we've got a lot of heart. We have a more established core. I see nothing but a brighter future coming for us. Like, we're not just going to be same old Browns. We're about to dominate some headlines, make teams scared of us.
That's
Like,
your
it's high time.
resident optimist.
The good thing is,
The resident optimist.
who knows what the Ravens are doing with Lamar. Pittsburgh doesn't look like they have their franchise quarterback.
It doesn't look like they're in the
And,
playoffs either.
Baby hands.
And maybe Burrow regresses. We'll see how they end up in the playoffs this year. But there's a
Burrow regression?
lot of space in the AFC North.
Whole lot of space. Space is wide.
All right, so offense, defense, special teams, coaching for this game. First of all, offense. What do you guys give letter grade wise for this game?
B+.
I give him a B.
Yeah, I think I'm somewhere in the B+. Potentially A- realm. I would say that a lot of times there were some really good schemes drawn up, so maybe push an A-.
Ball got advanced, right? It didn't have to result in a touchdown play for it to really take off anywhere, but I would definitely throw in the B+ off the hinge that Deshaun Watson, on his third game with the Browns so far, has excelled. He got the ball into people's hands, spread the love. Run game was looking pretty nice too on top of it. Not mad at it, B+. It could do better, but that's about where I stand.
Wicker.
I didn't watch the whole game, but what I did watch didn't look great or grand. I didn't see Deshaun's touchdown to DPJ. I didn't see that. I saw a lot of throws where the receiver was kind of open and Deshaun was quick to get rid of it or had trouble placing it. That's the rust from not playing for 700 some odd days. But it looked about as similar as Jacoby Brissett. Now, Deshaun's got a little bit better wheels than Brissett, but we're kind of still playing for next year.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
grade do you give?
C+.
That's fair.
13-3.
I'm
Resident hater.
We missed what? 3 field goals?
no.
Was it 2, I think?
2.
Kate only missed 2.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker missing that field goal.
Wide right, by the
That's
way.
That's a Cameron Johnson call.
Yeah, right before he kicked the ball, I said, man, he hits everything. He's going to go wide right on this one. And lo and behold, the spirits got me in man's head.
Yeah.
Had his number, missed it wide right.
Justin Tucker, that big old dick's fucking swaying him the wrong direction. That's a problem.
Yeah, it was one game.
I mean, it got in his way
Yeah.
for sure. Can we talk about how the other kick got blocked by our special teams?
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
To even
that's
back
Special
that-
what-
teams.
Special teams can
I
get...
put special
yeah.
teams at a B+.
That's a B+, only
Yeah.
because
Marsh
those couple
Raider.
kicks got missed.
Yeah.
If Kate got those, I'd give him an A right now.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Special teams defensively. B plus.
Yeah,
Offensively,
absolutely,
like kicking the ball B, I guess. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because we'll kind of get back. You know what? Why don't we talk about this now too? Because I brought it up earlier. Did we anoint Cade York too early? Because all of us were in love with him after he won week 1 for us with that 58-yarder, or whatever it was, 57, 58.
I'll tell him myself. Yeah, I think I anointed him too soon. I think hitting the 58-yarder, all the pre-hype they got him from college, just made him look like the kicker god, the punt god. Like, he was supposed to be the guy, right? And then he had some short misses throughout the season, and I just don't think he's gotten enough redemption arcs to be considered mid, but it's still good and better than what we've had in the last while. So I think I stand with Cade for next season. Did we anoint him too early? Definitely, though.
Oh, God help.
Counter.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I kind of think we did. I definitely think he's still good. I think there's room to continue moving forward with him. I admittedly am in the camp of fire Mike Prefer because I think Mike Prefer is coaching poor special teams and poor coaching tidbits, and so I think realistically Cade York could probably be better with a better special teams coach, but yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents.
I need to see the kid for more than a year. I'd say probably like 3 years of tape, and then we can see if he's a long-term fit. I think it's just the tough thing about having no kicker is just the inconsistency. We bring guys in, they work for a week or 2 weeks, and then we swap them out. So, I mean, we'll see. The jury's still out, but I think Cleveland fans are always optimistic about jumping on somebody as the new best thing.
Our old guy, Chase McLaughlin, killing it for the Colts today.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
yeah,
he was.
how many field goals he hit today? 4? Something like that, but like...
To be fair,
bounce around the league.
all of the kickers that have gone from Cleveland elsewhere have done better. Cleveland is just a hard place to kick.
Yeah.
Lake Erie,
It's cold up here.
The no dome, like it's intense, and I mean we've seen it time and time again. Zane Gonzalez went to Arizona, became significantly better. Chase McLaughlin apparently made 4 field goals today in one game, and he couldn't even do that for a whole season
I
with
got
us.
to check
I
that
swear.
now, so I'm not talking about my ass.
Yeah, I mean, but
go
still,
ahead.
like,
Yeah.
he's better than he was with us. Then there's what's his face?
I know him.
The Minnesota Vikings kicker,
Greg
Dave
Joseph.
Bailey?
Yeah,
Greg Joseph.
Joseph.
Does
Yeah.
fine up
Greg-
there.
Greg the
Couldn't
leg, baby.
make
Mhm.
any kicks here, so it's like
Chase McLaughlin had 4 field goals today.
4 field
28,
goals.
49, 27,
Jeez
52.
That's the game, baby.
Suck my dick, Jimmy Haslam.
Wow. Already.
So all I'm saying is Cleveland's a terrible place to be a kicker.
Terrible place to live, too, right?
No, I love it.
But the cost of living, though?
Just
I'm addicted to a certain kind of
can't beat
sadness.
the beaches here, man. Let me tell you.
Bitches.
Yeah, when we take people to Cleveland, they're just like, y'all got a beach like that? And it looks pretty. You would think you're in Florida, I've had people tell me. Like, you would think it looks like Florida. The weather does not match.
Oh,
But
so when you pick up homeless people off the street and then you take them around Cleveland,
I asked,
like,
all right,
I
is
think,
your favorite team the Cleveland Browns?
I think you live
They
in
said,
Miami.
no, I'm a Steelers. I was like, all right. I'm not into
Yeah.
that.
So what about so we did offense, we did special teams, what defense? What did you guys
A
rate
plus.
them? A plus, huh?
A plus.
A plus.
Says a man who hasn't watched the whole game.
Yep. A
What do you,
plus.
what do you got on
They
there for
won
the
the
A
game.
plus?
I mean,
They were playing in the snow though, so the snow kind of helped the
yeah,
defense
that's,
a little
that's
bit.
still A plus.
And they were playing a
They held
backup
them to what,
quarterback.
3 points?
Playing a backup quarterback.
3 points? Yeah.
Uh,
As best
They
you
did
can
generate
do.
some turnovers. Denzel,
Yeah.
the warden got in there a little bit.
That late game, for
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, and the turnovers
Nick
were
Chubb
great.
slash Miles Garrett.
Nick Chubb, like,
broke- broke
If
the
you
Nick
haven't
sack-
seen
Chubb,
the
Nick
thumbnail
Chubb, the
yet.
sack leader.
Nick Chubb Garrett.
Yeah. Nice job, NFL Network.
Yeah.
Thanks, announcer.
Thanks.
Wow.
You're clearly not racist.
Honestly, the turnovers were great, yes. But as a defensive whole, we didn't really do that well. Like, the running game was still
They matched
all
us.
over us.
Yeah, they still
Like,
ran on us.
It was terrible.
Mhm.
It was easy
We got
lanes.
Kamara next week, boys.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I can't wait to see
Jimmy.
him run all through the highway. But, like, I don't know.
Is he gonna fight somebody?
Maybe he
I-90.
might punch someone.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I go to media lot
Yeah,
tomorrow.
fuck
Allegedly.
somebody up.
Yeah, allegedly.
Went and played in the Pro Bowl.
I don't know what you're talking
Man.
about. Allegedly.
So, I don't
Bash!
know. Plus,
One.
Bless you.
I don't
Two.
know.
3,
4,
4. Do I hear 5? 6,
6,
7.
7.
Wheat.
He's just covered in slobber. For those of you playing at home,
Hello.
that's
Was it-
7 shots of old granddad. So,
Was it good for you?
The counter is at
what were we talking
It
about?
was sloppy.
Oh.
The
Scene.
run defense was
Scene.
The run defense was not there.
My
That's
grade
No,
for
I never
defense
is.
today is going to be a B minus.
Like I said,
After going
Jordan
to
Elliott
volleyball.
and I are basically the same person. We both breathe oxygen. We both have two legs and 4 arms. He just weighs a lot more than me. I mean,
Huh.
Jordan Elliott, man, move on. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I get, he blocked the kick or whatever, but like, Perry Winfrey needs to step up and be good.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's going to happen. We need to sign like a DJ Reader type. Good luck, but we cannot stop the run at all.
It's on the way.
So we will. But in terms of this game, yeah, give them a B. Give them a B. I think they played well, but I think the elements helped them. I think they kind of stacked some sacks at the end, and
Garbage time?
yeah, a little bit of garbage time, and you know that one pick by Ward was kind of like lucky, but it was kind of a good play. So I mean,
He put himself
bad.
out there to get
yeah,
it.
I don't
so-
want to take anything away from
Yeah,
him
Ward
because I think it was a
definitely
pretty
got
good play. But,
Yeah.
I'll credit him with that.
Yeah, you're playing a backup, man.
Mm-hmm.
You did what you're supposed to do.
Great job, Huntley.
Yeah.
Does
I'll
Lamar
go
get
ahead.
paid? You pay Lamar?
Cam.
I'll give Mans a B, regular B, because all the same reasons that you guys listed. Between the run defense, it was not there, but at the same time, that was reciprocated by the couple of interceptions we got, the sacks that we had on Huntley. Like, I could almost bump that up to a plus the way we got in the man's head in the second half. He had no air game on us whatsoever. They had to run on us, which worked all game.
Yeah.
And that's where the minus would have come in. So, best of both worlds, I'm going to call it a regular B. For we can be better, but you know, next couple games we are looking at the Saints and all them next. So, whole lot of Titans ahead of us.
For sure. Who do we have next week?
Saints.
Saints, yeah.
Saturday game, yeah,
Ooh,
buddy.
Kamara.
4th take,
Mm-hmm.
episode 2. Yeah, you pay Lamar. That's good. That's a good question. What would you do, Wicker? You want to pay him?
No.
Yes.
Nope.
All right, no. What do you say?
If I'm the Ravens front office, yes. If I'm any other front office, no.
Okay.
Dimas?
Again, I'm not a Deshaun Watson lover or apologist in any stretch of the imagination.
Mhm.
And to be fair, Lamar Jackson has done more individually than Watson has done in his career. And Watson's getting paid out the ass. Now, I think Watson's a better quarterback. I think Lamar's just a great athlete. As a Browns fan, I want them to pay Lamar $1 billion and just keep him there forever because I think he just runs around and chucks it up in the air and Mark Andrews comes down and gets it because he's great.
Every time.
I think I think that's kind of what you're going on, Scaps. It's like if he goes to another team, are they going to be able to mold the offense around him like they did in Baltimore? I think it'd be a tough fit. So if I was the Ravens, yes, you got to pay him.
Yeah.
You got to keep him there, and really, honestly, anybody else around the NFL is going to pay him. I just don't think he'll be the same player if he leaves Baltimore. I think he will get paid by who it's really going to interest me.
Yeah. I'm calling it a yes. I would pay Lamar Jackson my whole entire life savings, empty him, whichever organization got him, right? Like,
Back
he's
up the
probably, and this is a hard take on 4th take, this man got the best offense this north of the Mississippi I've probably seen. Like, people call him out for being the running back, like quarterback, right? I mean, if he can hit the Madden mode, run around people, and he's got weapons to throw it to. He's got the Mark Andrews over there in the cut, ready to get the touchdown pass. I'm saying, who wouldn't pay Lamar? But I mean, I also second what Moss said too. If you put him in a different schematic, what is the guy really going to bring to the table? Just a run game and a couple of decent throws, depending who the guys he has there to work with. So I give him I call him top 10. I'm calling him back to the place too.
Why wouldn't you pay him?
I just think that the way the NFL is set up, paying quarterback a large percentage of your salary cap really hinders the way that you build the team. I feel like
That's another element.
the
For sure.
cliche is to get like a rookie quarterback on a deal with a veteran team around him, like Jimmy G,
Joe Burrow.
Mahomes, or Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But
They're gonna have to pay him soon, but yeah, I mean we'll probably get to that once we do like the season wrap. Where we're kind of going in the future, but I kind of alluded to it. Like once Deshaun starts eating all this salary cap for us, buy Jadeveon Clowney, buy John
He's
Johnson,
they're already.
Are we gonna be able to pay DPJ?
Yeah.
Are
It's
we
gonna
going to
get
have to
hard.
cut Cooper and
Cooper
make DPJ number one? Which hey, I'm fine with. I like DPJ. DPJ
DPJ's not
fanboy
number
over
one.
here for sure.
He's not a
Like,
Yeah, DPJs.
We love you, D.
he's a dog. Subscribe. But yeah, man. Like, there's questions. There are questions and questions and questions. So if Lamar gets hurt though, that's
He's
the
hurt now.
question.
Well,
Yeah, no, but really hurt. Like Kyler Murray. Like you guys know, I want to bring up the whole why the fuck did they pay Kyler Murray thing. So, like, what if Lamar tears his ACL?
I don't think you can build off of the context of a hypothetical injury because
He's been hurt a lot already.
sure. I mean, there are like soft tissue things, and if injuries continue to happen, I think it can become a question. So I think you should structure, in this example, a contract with the ability to get out of it early. But I don't think that should be a main driving factor because he hasn't shown to be critically injured yet.
Yeah, I'll follow up on that saying that we've seen a season where Lamar has been injured. We've seen how offensively it's deteriorated at times, but we've also seen where they can also rally and have the kicking god himself, Justin Tucker. I mean, they save games no matter what it is down to him. Like, best kicker in the league, selling it right now.
Easy.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm standing on
Yeah,
that
to
one.
me, you could put pretty much any quarterback on that team. Like Huntley, kept him in the game today because Justin Tucker exists.
It's because the defense.
Just breathing. Just kicking and
second
breathing.
That. Here.
You're here?
But I think that's about it on the Browns. I mean, you guys want to kind of move on to the next?
Sure.
Should we-
Good.
Or what?
Should we pause? So why the fuck did the Cardinals pay Kyler Murray? Wicker.
Because they drafted a quarterback before.
Did he
Kyler
deserve
Murray.
the money? Did he deserve the money?
Yes, he's an NFL player. He is one.
Jordan
of,
Elliott's an NFL player.
He is one of 32 of the greatest quarterbacks in the league right now. So he deserves.
Are you in love with Kyler Murray?
I'm not in love with Kyler Murray.
Let's put the
I'm
figure
just-
up. How much did they pay the guy?
I'm just saying, as an organization, you have your quarterback, which you've invested in. He knows the system. He knows the coach. You're not gonna let that guy walk out the door after you decided to draft somebody, and then whoops, that guy's not the guy. So we want Kyler now.
Baker Mayfield knew the system. Baker Mayfield got
The
drafted
Arizona
first
Steve
overall. No, I'm just saying,
Cliff
by
Kingsbury system.
that logic, you pay Jared Goff, which they did.
They did.
You pay Baker Mayfield,
Which
God
they did.
damn.
Count it.
Count it.
Count it.
Oh, we're
Fucking
getting a
cats.
counter.
You pay. Who else got drafted first overall?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, you pay Sam
Mitch
Darnold.
Trubisky.
No,
Because
Mitch got
Panthers
drafted second. But
did.
yeah, you pay Mitch. You pay
They did.
just because you're in a system.
They did. That's how it works.
I actually think they paid Kyler Murray because the front office low-key made a panic decision based on public view.
He
and
unfollowed on my Instagram though.
that's exactly that's exactly
it's
right.
A business
Like,
negotiation
come on, man.
tactic.
and Cliff Kingsbury, for the record, is not a good coach. I mean, realistically, you have
You can still subscribe.
yeah, absolutely subscribe. Don't be a scrub, but let's
5 year, $230.5 million.
5 years, 200 and a half.
230.5.
Okay, so what's that divided by 5?
Why does it matter?
Yeah, he got the
That's
bag.
what he
That's,
gets
that's
every
the
year.
bag.
He got the bag.
46.1 mil a year for Tiny Tim.
Jeez.
His name is Kyler.
Tiny Kyler.
Kyle.
Who might not be the same player if he got hurt.
That's
At
possible.
least he can go play
Yeah,
baseball.
it's gonna be hard to
Oh, yeah,
rehab
right. Go
When you
from
need
Oakland
ACL in
A's.
baseball.
No.
that.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would have paid Kyler, truthfully.
Not that much,
You
but
can
I definitely gave him something.
I think
Yeah.
they should have let him play it out this year. Personally, he unfollowed him on Instagram. Boo hoo! that shows immaturity. Like, what have you done?
He's had DeAndre Hopkins now for 3 years, 2 years. I don't know.
Makes him look a lot better in my eyes.
A ton better.
True,
And
yeah.
and they still are nothing better than 8-8.
They went to playoffs. Was that last year? Got
2 years ago.
smoked.
2 years ago,
2 years
yeah.
ago.
Mm.
That wasn't last year.
Who did get smoked by him?
I thought it was LA. I thought the Rams got him in the first round, right?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Cut that.
Cut.
I'm the editor. I'm not sure.
There's something around there though, but I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Cards are coasting towards mediocrity.
Oh, they are mediocrity.
Yeah, I think they are probably a little settled with some up and up on there.
Remember when Bruce Arians had Carson Palmer down there?
Yeah.
Carson Palmer was really there for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, they took him to the playoffs.
Yeah,
Definitely
wild card
call.
last year, 34-11. 34-11.
They lost to Dallas.
Yeah, that was a heavy
No, they
L.
lost to the Rams.
Well, the Rams won the Super Bowl. So.
Here, let me read you Kyler Murray's line
What
Oh,
the line
before
look
he got paid a giant
This-
contract.
Yeah, they were mad at him because he didn't rush.
Kyler Murray, still subscribe. I'm sorry, man.
like?
I don't think you're that great of a player.
I don't
forget
think-
to call
I
him,
don't
man.
think Kyler Murray will ever
Listen,
see this
it's-
video.
it's
Shout out,
nothing.
Kyler.
Kyler,
Check us out.
Kyler, here's what you did, bro. 19 of 34, 137 yards, 2 ints.
Yikes.
Do you have any rushing yards? You rushed twice for 6 yards.
He didn't
That's
wanna
That's a
rush.
3 net average.
He
was
scooted
worried
forward a
about
little
getting
bit.
paid.
Homie.
He was worried about getting
Alright,
paid. That's
listen.
why.
Come on. What, did you already unfollow him on Instagram before the game?
No, it's an easy thing. I have 2 words. Suck less.
Get good. We know
I
you
think
can
we're
do
good
it.
there.
Just gotta see there.
That's it.
Yeah.
Still subscribe, Kyle.
Biggest fans.
It's just 1 year, dog.
Kyler, listen. Please continue to represent short kings in the NFL. It gives people like me the dream.
Short king.
So King,
On the flip side of
be
this,
blessed.
on the flip side,
Tall kings.
Geno Smith,
Gino.
where the fuck did this come from? All of a sudden.
Just 8 years of being an understudy.
Trash,
Suddenly
dude.
Coming out of
He
nowhere.
had the viral meme and he decided to get good.
He wrote
He
back.
said he wrote back. He said they wrote me off, but he ain't right back.
He's a system quarterback.
And so
He
you're
works
just saying
on
the
their
Seahawks.
system.
Pete Carroll over here is running the best system.
Ooh, chitlins. Cooking chitlins.
Does
over here?
any NFL coach eat pussy better than Pete Carroll?
No. You see how he chomps on the gum on those sidelines? Bro, it's not every night.
What was the name of the Cleveland Browns coach who won the world championship for the lady football team today?
Callie Bronson?
Yeah, Callie
Bronson.
Shout out Callie Bronson.
Callie
Shout out Callie.
Shout out
Oh,
Callie.
Well
damn.
played.
Shout out
This
Callie.
is not sexual
Yeah,
harassment.
right.
Please follow us.
Shout out Callie.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Please.
While you are
Yeah.
subscribed, can I throw a quick segment into probably what's going to be one of the world record games that we accidentally watched today? Yo,
Oh.
what happened, Vikings? How did
like-
you do that?
What the fuck, man? You know,
How
like
did you do that?
we were all prepared before we had this podcast, like before we were gonna start tonight. And we're like, Jeff Saturday, man, Jeff Saturday, he beat the
Jeff
fucking
the goat.
Vikings. He beat the Vikings. God, is he handsome?
He's got real
It's
dreamy
no
eyes.
staple, but the way he did it was kind of
They,
about
Matt
to be.
Ryan, dude, I feel so bad for Matt Ryan.
Oh no, Matt Ryan.
He blew another
I
lead
feel
that big.
so bad, and it's not
Matt-
all on him.
Matt Ryan
It's not
is
all on him.
getting
Absolutely
beat.
not all on him.
I just,
Right? The
Man.
defense allowed that to also happen for them to get that many
how
points
much
that
can
quickly.
you take, man?
In,
Like,
in one half, that they catch up and force an overtime is to essentially nail it
33-0.
So, yeah.
by half. It was-
33-0 at half. They scored 3 points in the second half. The Colts did.
that was it.
That's terrible.
That's trash.
If Matt Ryan wants to stay in the NFL, his next role is the next Joe Flacco. He can go play backup somewhere, and then he's gonna be the bridge quarterback for some
Yeah,
shit
A
bag
journeyman.
draftee, and
A
then he's
decent
gonna get a
journeyman
starting
at
role
best.
that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way he'll start.
Kind of a callback. Arizona has a job open.
for quarterback.
Ooh, where's my resume at?
Just saying,
No,
man.
Colt McCoy is
Old
fucking-
people go out there, they retire all the time, Matt. So you can still subscribe and go play in Arizona and play with fucking Cliff Kingsbury while he does his hair. And you guys
Honestly,
go
Matt
4-8.
Ryan would probably be a pretty good fit with Cliff Kingsbury offense, but Cliff Kingsbury offense still sucks. So 8-8.
Oh man, Colt McCoy.
Colt
Fucking
McCurr.
Colt
Colt McCoy, Cleveland
Colt the
Brown
goat?
legend. Colt McCoy.
Mm.
He
Holding
died
that
on the
job.
field for us.
Holding that job down.
For our sins.
James Harrison just comes around, boom, takes his head off. Dead.
That is what
That
happened.
and Muhammad Massaquad. Dead. Shout out Muhammad Massaquad.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. That's the fourth take. Won't be the
Yeah,
last one
man.
either.
I don't know what Matt Ryan does now. I don't know what is Jeff Saturday really going to keep his job the next year,
No.
Yeah.
or was Jim Irsay just allegedly on one of his coke raged
Whoa.
deluges
The
that
rage,
he
bro.
does, whatever?
Bro. Bro.
Allegedly, I said allegedly.
Bro.
I said
Allegedly.
Jim
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Irsay doesn't do coke. He does pills.
Whatever
okay?
he
Get him
does.
fucking straight.
Yeah, Jim
And
Irsay.
Jim Irsay has turned his life around, brother.
Subscribe.
Turn around and give it to God.
Jim.
Jim's great. He put
Jim?
No,
We are
Jim,
God-fearing
Beatles back
individuals. We all
together.
did that.
Jim's great.
Won't
Jim
he
did
do
all-
it?
Shut the fuck up.
Jim
This
drank a
is
lot of
here.
Robitussin.
This is a tank season for the Colts. They
Yeah.
fired their head coach.
Jim drank 2 whole liters
shut
of
the-
Robitussin, bro.
Listen.
And then he's like, Jeff, get your ass out here, man.
The
You're
people,
hired.
the people of Indiana absolutely love Jeff Saturday.
How can you
And-
not? He's
And
handsome.
Yeah.
that is why he made him.
Man of the
Who's
year.
more handsome,
Put butts in seats.
Jimmy G or Jeff Saturday?
Oh man.
Gotta get up to Saturday.
I'm
Today's
not
Saturday,
gonna-
man.
I'm married. Shout out.
Saturday's for the boys.
Shout out.
Saturdays for the boys.
Shout out.
I'm
Shout
not-
out. Yo,
I'm not
at me.
answering that question.
We completely glossed over the whole Geno Smith thing. We're not doing very well. At our
He's
first
assistant
podcast.
quarterback. What do you want?
Honestly,
He's throwing to Noah Fant and Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Like he's got good weapons.
Are they good?
yeah.
I think DK's alright.
I'd say DK's good too.
Are they going to win the division? No,
No.
they're not. They lost to the 49ers. So
Oh,
like
yeah, 49ers are.
they're a wild
Making
card
the playoffs.
team.
But that
Yeah,
resurgence
they'll
though.
make the playoffs, but they'll lose in like the first round to whomever.
But did you expect them to do shit this year?
No, I
No.
I
thought
didn't expect them.
I thought Russell
they were
Wilson was
tanking.
gonna win the
Don't get caught.
Comeback player.
They'll investigate.
win the trade, and that was just not
Yeah. it's
So
not
far.
happening.
Mhm.
Nathaniel Hackett's trash. Subscribe.
Amen.
Subscribe, Nate.
No,
Subscribe, Nate.
No, you don't subscribe.
They gotta give you 2 years.
Give us your
Nate.
followers.
How you about to do that to Mr. Incredible, bro?
Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited. I was watching.
I don't know. I mean, so like, is Geno Smith basically then the Red Rifle when he was on the Bengals?
Or the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'd say it's a
Saints.
fair comp.
Okay.
You know, like,
yeah.
because I mean, they got to the playoffs though,
They're winning.
and they got
True.
waxed every goddamn year.
Just like they will this year.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, they can run the ball.
Well, fate
You know,
repeat itself.
if you can run the ball, look at us in 2020, man. We ran the shit out of the ball, and it was just like Baker play action. That's it. You didn't have to do too much, man.
Yeah.
We've showed a good run game can dominate
And
the field.
you can win in the NFL that way. I think this
You can.
whole,
Absolutely.
you know, ESPN, don't subscribe to us. This
Put us
whole,
on
This
ESPN.
whole thing on ESPN, like, you can't win a Super Bowl with certain quarterbacks. Like, you can win with a Kirk Cousins, who's kind of just a guy, who's like a B- as
He
quarterback.
is one of the 32 best
Sure,
players on earth at the position.
fine. But
He's not
I
just
think
average.
I think you can win.
Kirk Cochains
Yeah.
is
I give him a
better than
subscribe.
you'll ever
Hey,
be.
He can subscribe, you know.
I give him
He can
slightly above
subscribe
average.
All day. He's balling out this year, man. I give him credit. You know, I'm not his biggest supporter. You know, I don't think he's like the best, but I think you can win with a guy like that.
I trust him on fantasy. I have that kind of
I
trust
think you
for
can
him
win
to
with
do
a guy
all
like
right.
Geno, for real. I think
Mhm.
if you catch lightning in a bottle,
Yeah.
you can go far. Case Keenum. I just saw something.
Yeah.
It popped up. It was that that weekend where it was the year the Eagles won it all.
Yeah.
And the final 4 quarterbacks were Brady
Oh,
Foles,
the Minneapolis Miracle.
Keenum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and who was the other one in the AFC? You guys aren't helping me out at all.
Well,
Cut that.
Jacoby Brissett.
No, goddamn.
Colby?
it's gonna be. Is it
Colby.
the Rams?
No, it was AFC.
Well, it's probably the Chiefs.
Charlie Detmer.
While they're thinking about it, I am going to plug that he is probably one of the best journeyman quarterbacks to do it.
Who?
Case.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
seems good.
Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick's the best.
Fitzmagic?
all day.
It's magic.
That's a bit of an answer.
I don't know. It's interesting. I definitely think you can catch lightning in a bottle and win the Super Bowl? Like
It was Blake Bortles.
Oh, Blake
Bortles.
Jeez, wow,
It was
okay.
Blake
Yeah.
Bortles,
That was a throwback.
Nick
Yeah, it
Foles,
is.
Case
Tom Brady.
Keenum, and fucking Tom Brady.
Bortles was in it like that?
That's
Tom Brady. won
They
the
had
Super
him
Bowl.
beat. You guys remember that game?
They
The
were up at halftime.
fucking Jags had them beat
They were up at halftime.
Yeah, they really
with
did.
Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
Blake
If
the
I
man
saw Blake
Bortles.
Bortles on the street, I would know who the hell that was.
Yeah.
He's really tall.
Oh,
That's
sure.
a tall individual.
But does he have a neck like Davis Mills?
That neck.
I mean, Mike Lennon.
His quarterbacks
Yeah.
are good based off of necks. I tell you.
Start working those shoulders now, mate.
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, but I have a quick theory about Kirk Cousins, though. So I do think he's a system quarterback. I think he's one of the best system quarterbacks there are, but I think he's like an elite level system quarterback. So he runs the offense so well and can get so in tune with what coaches are trying to do that he can consistently put up good stats. But he's never going to be able to put a game on his back and just straight up, in this example, Patrick Mahomes a game or Josh Allen a game where he's just going to absolutely crush it in all of the moments. And to put the cherry on top, every time that Kirk Cousins is good, it's absolutely before 4 p.m.
That's fact. Well, I think 99% of quarterbacks are system quarterbacks. I think Lamar's a system quarterback, personally.
But
They
the
shaped
system
the
was
system
founded by
around
him.
him,
Yeah.
I think there's unicorns like Mahomes. I think Burrow's kind of working himself into this top 5 conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I think Herbert. I think
Herbert.
Allen.
Yeah.
Look at we're watching Tua right now. Is Tua anything more than a system quarterback?
Yeah, he's fucking great.
He's not great.
And you
He's
know
been
what?
trash. And this year
call him
he's
decent.
awesome.
Yeah.
He's definitely made his ups, for sure.
You picked 10 teams to win the Super Bowl.
I can't be wrong though.
There can't be 10 teams playing all at once.
Honestly, Tua's great.
But if they did.
His win record is excellent.
Means nothing.
He has done a lot of winning.
Great throw right there.
He really got that with one hand until he
Oh,
did.
this is a great podcast.
Sometimes he
Look
has
what they
that- Guys, look!
We're the Browns people
Here,
reacting to
here.
the Dolphins. Yeah.
I don't know though.
Yeah,
I don't
different
know.
call. If there's anything with the way that Tua and his bro play, we might be seeing Talia in here eventually.
Talia
He's not like
Al
he's
Ghul?
bad. Tackle of
Talia.
Anybody else read Batman comics? No.
Subscribe.
We're talking to the internet. People read
Hey,
Batman comics.
R.I.P. Kevin Conroy though.
Kevin Conroy,
R.I.P.
one of the best
R.I.P.
Batmans to do it.
Conroy, man.
Man,
That's not a bond.
Take me inside.
first episode, last episode, he got blown up.
Yeah. Who's winning MVP this year, guys?
Jalen Hurts.
I can't disagree with that, honestly.
Yeah, I can't disagree either.
I mean, I think it would be Pat Mahomes, personally, but
He's already got it.
oh yeah, that's how it works, huh? You only
Yeah.
get one.
Get some
Everybody
Like
gets one.
Highlander.
get some fucking
Everybody
fresh
gets
blood
one.
in there. you know?
Oh yeah, fresh blood.
Yeah.
Yes, for the shot.
Okay.
You're not gonna give it to a running back or a defensive player or a wide receiver, you know.
You
These
give it up to
ones are
Jalen Hurts
someone-
over them all, huh?
God damn it, you're gonna make me pull up
At least
stats.
give it
Yeah.
to someone who
They're not
you
gonna.
know.
No. Cooper Kupp hit what? Both 1,000 yards and
Yeah, he had
receiving
the-
and
the-
rushing, and
Yeah,
he
the triple
still,
treat.
Yeah, he still didn't get MVP.
Yeah, he got all those awards instead.
Yeah, he's making himself out to have one of those McCaffrey type years. Like, you can always trust in some cup.
Jalen
Cup love.
Hurts, about 3,200 yards, 22 tutters, 3 ints. How many rushing? Show me.
Do he be rushing? Ooh.
Ooh.
Yep. Ooh, he be rushing.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm looking
Oh,
it up.
yo.
So, like France or Argentina?
Touch.
I think Messi takes it all again.
Sally
Lord
sells
have mercy.
seashells by the seashore.
So you want to know one of the questions I didn't use for the quiz?
Yeah,
Yes.
I do. We're gonna give you guys a quiz later.
And we're gonna get hit with a giant fucking stick.
Stay until the end. Subscribe.
Subscribe. Little teaser.
Post in the comments in the description
Little teaser.
for the
Little
answers.
teaser.
Take a shot every time we say
This
subscribe.
is called I'm more northeastern Ohioan than you are.
What do you say when you get out of the chair?
I'm more northeast Ohioan
There it
than
is.
you
Oh.
are because I can name 3 Michael Simon restaurants.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Can I name one that has 3 locations?
No,
But why?
that's not how it works. I'm asking questions.
Question master
The
here.
KGB asks the questions.
We're watching the end of this Dolphins Bills game right now. They're throwing snowballs at everybody, which is fucking
That's
amazing.
ignorant.
The fact that they delayed the game because of that was just
That's
absolutely
fantastic,
classic.
man.
Like, classic Bills fans right there.
Don't-
Throwing snowballs.
Bro-
Like, is
Browns
this a
fans-
classic thing?
Browns fans, step it up. If you want to drive, cartwheels or drive like tire marks all over, like do it during the game, so at least we can get a game delayed.
No, the last time the Browns fans threw stuff, we had Bottlegate.
Through
Yeah,
batteries.
that's y'all wants the Bottlegate. That's right.
We don't need
Yeah,
Bottlegate.
we throw things to kill people, not just
Shoot the
Don't
kid.
fuck
Yeah.
with Cleveland.
yeah. Subscribe.
Also, in that same
Uh,
notion, like the Browns are probably one of the more tight and can be respectful type fan bases. Because I feel like if you respect our players, they're not about to throw shit at them. But I mean, like for the Buffalo Bills to try pelting both their and the other team, it's just questionable. I just don't know how to feel about it.
They're fans of the best, man. They're just the absolute best.
Like the
I
fans are,
love
the
those
players are
fans.
like, yeah, throw snowballs at me.
I think their fans are great.
The same way you want like Steve Aoki to throw a cake at you. You like that shit, but you're there for it too.
I absolutely love it, but the elements can be super interesting when it comes down to football, and so many teams are going towards like domes and stuff like that. I mean, what do you guys think about domes? Should the Browns get one?
No.
No. I like to
No.
suffer.
I want one. Personally, I want one for, I want them to use it for other reasons, not just the games. Like,
Yeah, for concert type
So-
reasons. Like I went to
Yeah.
one good concert, probably my still favorite concert of Beyonce and Jay-Z. But I mean, like, if you wanted to get more people like that coming into the stadium, I would definitely get a dome for that reason. For sports, I would probably keep it how it is because I like the outside element to it too. Being off the lake, you can smell the like salt water, all that Pacific Ocean, Atlantic, whichever one it happens to be, right?
Lake is freshwater. Shut up. By the way, the guy who turfed the Browns field is named Anthony Robert Wesley O'Neill.
Allegedly.
Oh yeah.
Anthony O'Neill.
Subscribe, Anthony.
Great work.
From
I
jail.
love your work. Great work. Great work.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you think the Browns should get a dome with?
Because I really like the advantage that Cleveland has when it comes to the weather aspect.
Is it a
We didn't
disadvantage
have
to
an
our
advantage
players?
in 2020.
I think it really plays into who we are as a football team. We run the ball, we don't really throw the ball, and in inclement weather, we pound the rock. I think when we get a dome, it doesn't matter.
But don't you think it would bring like a lot more money
Yes.
to the city?
I think,
Yeah.
I think it would, but you're asking me as a Browns fan, not as a businessman for Cleveland.
But
You're a businessman. Look at your pants.
I'm a businessman.
You're a goddamn blazer.
yeah, Mr. Blazer over here wearing a
Business.
tie.
Not what are those?
Business.
Where are those? Right?
Mr. Business.
I mean,
Only on fourth take.
Yeah, if you want a Super Bowl, if you want a March
Uh-huh.
Madness, if you want
sure.
other events, yeah, then
The
you're
city
gonna
of
need a
Cleveland
dome.
wants all that. That's for sure.
The city
You
of
guys don't want to
Cleveland
host the
doesn't-
Razzies at
No.
fucking Brown Stadium?
No thanks.
I think that'd be great.
I love the
It's Razzies
elements.
every time they're
I
playing.
love pretending that I'm gonna sit out in the cold, but
Yeah, it
Have
gets
a
old
dome.
after maybe the first quarter.
I'm like I have one of my greatest memories because of the domeless First Energy Stadium with these turds, but
They could retire our photo then. No
no
one could ever take that photo again.
You were there when
That's
the winner was
accurate.
domeless.
We could be the last of them.
10 beers deep in the front of the dog pound.
Mhm.
Never ever.
That was beautiful.
There we are.
This man
Like that guy.
understands, but he doesn't have friends like we do.
Terrible
he's there by
podcasting.
himself.
You're some butt ass naked Bills fan.
He just didn't
With
have
the
a
hat.
but
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Naked Bills fan.
Subscribe, Bills fans.
Minus
Bills fans
subscribe.
naked.
This is to
If-
say we don't like y'all.
If you are one of the people that would streak across a football stadium, subscribe.
Do it with me though.
Also tell us if you want a dome, yes or no.
If you want some dome,
If you want some dome,
Some dome
dome.
or a
tell,
dome.
tell me how much dome you
Okay,
want.
how much
who
dome
want
would
it
you like?
from.
How much?
In
How big do you want the dome to be?
Yeah. Just let us know
when
about
will
dome.
your dome be finished?
Just general dome.
If you're Deshaun Watson.
It definitely created a lot of opportunities. God damn.
Allegedly.
Uh,
Can we talk about that? 66 massage parlors in 12 months.
Jesus
That's for another episode, buddy.
Yeah.
No, I say we air this.
66.
I say we air this out. How you gonna get 66 massages?
You gotta
This
bring
is-
your own towel.
This low key freak behavior. I think he did something.
Yeah.
I just don't know
kidding,
what
yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
This is for another episode, guys. Another
Yeah.
episode.
We'll
Hey man, this man won for us, so I'll let him.
Whoa.
I'll let him sleep tonight.
We'll revisit. the
Subscribe to
timeline.
Sean.
I think the last thing we really wanted to wrap up with was, where do we think the Browns are going? Like, where are we going to be in the draft? We got a second round pick. That's our first pick. Can we build through the draft? Do we need to sign guys? I think we're going to lose a lot of guys in free agency. They're just going to
True.
get priced out. So I think we're going to have to try to build through the draft. So what do we need, and where do we need to be deeper, basically? So what do you think, Wick?
What do you think? Rick?
I would say the defensive front. I watched Tyler Huntley today. He had all kinds of time in the pocket.
That man was
he
sleeping in
couldn't.
it.
He couldn't hit those open throws. But yeah, we can't really pressure the quarterback. And when Clowney walks at the end of this year, we're gonna need somebody to fill this spot. And the interior defensive players haven't been great. I just think we need a lot of defensive line talent.
Absolutely. Your thoughts, Cross?
So I think for the draft, yeah, our first pick is probably going to be a D tackle. You can get a really good starting level rookie and a second rounder for a D tackle. I don't think we need a lot of extra help when it comes to like our linebackers. Most of them are just injured this year, and we should re-sign Anthony Walker, in my opinion. I could see us going with a safety, depending on who the new defensive coordinator is after we fire Joe Woods. But
Hashtag.
hashtag. But outside of that, we're probably going to go to a Wicker favorite of depth.
Girl, that depth though.
What do you think, Cam?
I'm seconding their thoughts, but for different reasons, right? So I definitely think we need some linemen. Want to take a page out of Wick's book. Yeah, there was a definite need for some kind of tackle, whatnot. Like, Tyler Huntley was out here sleeping in the pocket for like 6 seconds before Garrett eventually mauled him, and then we put the Farragut on him shortly after that. So I think we need linemen on both sides, right? Like, to pad for the offense, so somebody like Deshaun has a lot of time. It looked like he had a decent amount of pocket time, though, so I think he's definitely working with something. I would probably shoot for a defensive lineman first.
Throwing more snowballs.
That was a hell of a throw by
Cook.
Josh Allen.
While we're actually doing this podcast,
Jesus
they did some more things.
Christ.
The quarter ended, and
Cook.
the fans started throwing more snowballs.
Josh Allen with a fucking strike to Cook!
Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. Too many cooks.
Oh my.
That's a top 5 quarterback if I ever seen one.
Oh, just
Real.
cooked it right in there. That's a
Wow.
fucking Jesus.
It's a top 5 quarterback.
lazy.
I stand on that.
Well, you know, this is the problem right here. Is Josh Allen is, again, I'm not the biggest fan of the world of Joe Burrow. I think he's good. I think he's overrated with the guys he plays with, but they're a good team. You know, we got to beat
Whoa.
Josh Allen. We got to beat Justin Herbert. We got to beat, Lamar Jackson, I guess. But
Yeah,
like,
we do.
we got to beat a lot of good quarterbacks in the AFC. That was the whole point of moving on from Baker and getting Deshaun.
Yeah.
So you got to defend these guys, and you got to keep them in the pocket. So I would just keep drafting edge rushers.
Yes.
Fuck
Yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
Just keep drafting edge rushers over and over and over. Like that year that we drafted like 4 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Like, you just throw a bunch of darts at the board, and if one sticks, even if it's like a 5th rounder, like
Something's got to
DPJ, like a 6th rounder, he's a
Yeah.
solid
He was a
contributor
6?
on
Wow.
this team.
Absolutely.
Like
Mhm.
Perry and Winfrey. We'll see.
Figuring it out.
He's getting better.
Yeah.
But we've kind of there's guys on this team now that are kind of like mid-ish round picks that have
I want to see
been
the
decent
defense.
contributors.
Yeah, the defense definitely needs to develop more with their coaching and just internally. Like right now, we're doing a good job with creating good cornerbacks. And don't get me wrong, kudos to MJ Emerson in this example for just being a talented, athletic
3rd round
human
pick.
being.
That's a good example.
But
Very good.
we need to do that with more. Like we need to develop the linemen. I think about
Who's
the
our
Steelers.
defensive line coach? Real quick. Who's their defensive line?
No idea.
It's top. It's like Josh or Tosh.
Don't
something.
subscribe, defensive line coach. You're fucking fired.
He was the defensive line coach for Alabama before he worked with the
From
Browns.
Alabama?
And this
Well-
past year, he almost went back.
Yeah, go back.
All time.
That's where you're at.
That's how you gonna roll,
with our
man.
defensive line coach right now.
Chris Kiffin.
Chris Kiffin. There we
Oh,
go.
Chris.
Good old Chris.
Got a 5-minute segment,
Chris.
Chris.
But we like the Steelers are constantly developing wide receivers, for example. We need to do that with cornerbacks and edge rushers because even if we have $1.5 billion, shit, trade them away. They're expensive, and everybody always needs good corners and good edges.
The
Absolutely.
Steelers and the Ravens always have good defenses.
Yeah.
Always.
You can usually count on them to have a stellar defense. on
And it
either
doesn't
side.
matter who they put in there. They put. You guys remember LJ Fort?
Yeah.
LJ Fort was trash. Okay?
Subscribe for
Subscribe, LJ Fort. Tell me you're not trash, dude.
Right.
And he went to the Ravens, and he just played a solid role, and he was good. He was solid for them there. Like they put guys in positions to succeed, and that kind of goes back to our overarching point. Fire Joe Wood. Burn it down.
It's okay, Joe. After you lose your job, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, bro.
We love you, Joe Woods.
But yeah, you know, no, we
Feel free
don't.
to donate $1 million
Fuck
I mean,
outta
to
here.
our channel.
if we're on Joe, is he the only coaching change that we need to make in the offseason?
Reefer.
Get Stefanski the fuck out of there, but that's
Oh, oh.
That's for a different episode.
Is that a cold take on Course Take? Let's find out. Wicker, why
Different
would you like
episode.
Stefanski to stay?
That's a different episode.
It's a
Different
different
episode,
episode.
he said.
It's
Mm.
different.
It's like you need to stay for episode 2, babes. We got time for y'all.
Joe Woods getting canned. Mike Prefer, I would like for him to get canned, but he's probably not. Our pass game coordinator, Jeff Howard, canned.
See ya.
The door.
He can't defend him, Jamar Chase though.
He can.
It's too hard.
This clipboard.
He doesn't know if T. Higgins and Tyler Higbee are coming back in, okay?
Tyler Higbee.
I don't know who the fuck.
Tyler Higbee.
You had me at Higgins. I'm not gonna
Tyler
lie.
Higbee is a tight end. For
Well, we're all about to be
the
your
Los
deep now.
Angeles.
Oh, I'm
Whoa.
sorry, I don't remember the Bengals' third
I
string
don't
wide
remember the
receiver.
names
Tyler
of
Boyd?
the people.
I heard
Tyler
that.
Boyd.
I thought Bowie was like
Trash.
Maine.
Anyway,
Subscribe.
subscribe. So this went off the rails. All right, so we'd just like to wrap up. Thank you all for joining us on our first episode of Fourth Take. Hopefully you made it through the whole episode. Remember to like, subscribe, all that other shit. Boys, you got anything else you want to say before we wrap up here?
7 years ago on Fourth Take, 4 idiots came together for stupid thoughts.
Okay.
4 ice cold takes, 4 hot takes. Who cares? It was 4 takes, happy holidays.
Capitalism is bad, and a foursome is better than a threesome.
He's right.
Well, I'll see you all in hell.